Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris and today we're going to be discussing the new M.A.C Cosmetics Pro Longwear Paintpot Shade Extension. I was lucky enough to receive these products for consideration, and I have, I think, most of the collection in front of me. So we're going to go through kind of the different textures, the different shades, how do they work, how do they look, and of course how to create the look that you see today on my eyes now. So if that's something that you're interested in seeing, take a seat, grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's do this together. So if you are like an OG makeup lover, and I'm not talking just in the last couple of years, but you know, 10 years ago, most likely you will know what a paint pot is. You really, at that time, it was either you were using Urban Decay Primer Potion or you were using Pro Longwear Paint Pot. It was one of the two. I'm not saying that there weren't other options available, but they were probably the most two known products on the market at that time. And you kind of fell in one of two camps. You either liked one or you liked the other. Now, I'm beyond excited that they've finally extended their shade range because it was a little bit limited. There was, at the moment, I think only 5 or 6 colors available in the range, and those colors will stay alongside this shade extension. Now, what is a Pro Longwear Paint Pot? It is a cream eyeshadow that has a built-in primer. So it is a product you can use alone, such as what I have done today, and really just kind of work colors in together. Very quick, very simple, get in, get out, and you're done for the day. Or you can use it as a base for other powder eyeshadows to build on top of. Fantastic if you're trying to build in a little bit of depth in the eye, or you're just trying to kind of just remove any discoloration that you have. So there's really a kind of all-in-one product. Here in the Netherlands, these retail for, I think, 23 euros per color, and I'll be honest, they last forever. If you use it every day, I think at least 12 months before you will need to get a new one, because you use so little product on your eyes to create the look that you really want to do. So the paint pots, in my mind, are really divided into two different collections. You have the limited edition collection, and that is just a couple of colors that, yeah, once they're sold out, they're gone forever. And then you have the shade extension that will stay around as an addition to the current lineup that they've already got. So let's go over the limited edition ones now. I don't really want to pay that much attention to them because, yeah, I don't know when you're watching this video, but you know, once they're gone, and if you really love a color, you'll never be able to get it again. So as part of the limited edition side of the paint pots, there really are two bring back colors, so colors that have already been debuted within the collection before, and that is this one here. This one's called Let's Skate. It really is, I would say, a baby pink with a bit of a gold reflect in it. Very, very sheer. So really soft on the eyes. And the second one is this one here, which is called Clearwater. And Clearwater, I would describe it as sort of a robin eggs blue. It's not a baby blue, it's a little bit more dustier than that. It's a little bit more gray tone than a baby blue. So it's more, yeah, that robin eggs blue. Quite nice. That is matte, it's got no shimmer in it. Then we move on to shimmers within the limited edition, and you have this one here. And this one is called Silver Screen, and it is exactly what you would think. It is a metallic silver. Simple as that. Then we have Most Definitely. Most Definitely is, yeah, it is a sort of, I would call it an emerald green with a shimmer. This one and the next one I'm going to show you, in my opinion, have more of a sort of a deep base, like a blackened base, and then you have this sort of shot of shimmer in it, which is this green that you're seeing on screen now. So a little bit sheerer in its texture. So, and this is the same. This one's called Ultraviolet, and it is, yeah, a beautiful mid-tone sort of royal purple. Really, really nice, but the same as the last one, Most Definitely. More of a deep base with a purple shimmer thrown through it rather than a pure purple on its own. And then the last one within this limited edition collection is this one here, and this one's called Belle Epic. Another matte, so this one's got really great pigmentation, and it is, yeah, I would call it a sort of warm red tone ochre color. So as you see on screen now, I've done some swatches, and for this I have done everything with a brush. The reason why I've done it with the brush is I find that's the easiest way to work with this product, especially for the shimmers. Now maybe you can see it pretty much straight away, but the mattes have far more pigmentation, far more opaque on sort of first application. Whilst the shimmers, yeah, you need to build them up again, or you need to use them as a very sheer base or as a sheer topper. It's one of the two, your choice. But what I'm more excited about, aside from those limited edition ones, which of course are great and fantastic on their own, is really the products that are going to be longer available, that you can order at any time. For me, I prefer to have products that I can love, and then I can reorder if I really love it. And I can go into my local M.A.C store, or I can go online and I know I'm going to be able to source it. Of course, limited editions are all fun and games, but at the end of the day, once you're done, they're done. So I have in front of me 7 mattes and 4 shimmers. I don't think that's the complete collection. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 that I miss. But yeah, it makes me very happy that there are more mattes than there are shimmers. So to begin with, we go straight in with this one here. And this is called Sing to a Whisper. And this is matte white cream eyeshadow. This one, of course, is a little bit sheerer than the other matte opaque colors, but you can very easily build this up with a second layer, and then you've got a nice opaque white. The second one, same sort of theory as that, is, well, this one here, and this is a matte black. This is called Black Mirror, and it's a matte black, exactly as you think. Fantastic if you want to create a nice deep smoky eye, or you want to intensify a liner. Yeah, that's fantastic. Then we have Tailor Grey, and Tailor Grey is a bring back color. This is not a new color. This one has been seen before in M.A.C, and this is sort of, yeah, I'd call it a mid-tone taupe. Very cool, very on trend now with all of the sort of cool colors we see coming through in collections. So this one's quite a nice one that you can really work with a couple of different colors. Then we move on. I will have to say, I'm very clear, very honest, this is my favorite color in the full collection. And this is called Contemplative State, and this is a ochre, sort of a mustard type color. Yeah, compliments to the chef on this color, because this is really, really beautiful. Adds a nice amount of warmth. I have it as a sort of transition color in my look today. Really, really nice. We have art-thera-peachy, and this is a sort of a peach variant of both painterly and soft ochre. If you know those colors already, they're very nude with an undertone of either pink or yellow. Same sort of idea, but with a peach undertone. So very nude, great for light to medium skin tones, I would dare say. Then we move on to Brick-a-Brac, and Brick-a-Brac is this beautiful sort of terracotta. This is a really, really great alternative. If you thought, oh, that Belle Epic from the limited edition color is fantastic, I think that this is probably a great alternative. Side by side, you can see they're quite similar. This one is the Brick-a-Brac and this one's the Belle Epic. You see the Belle Epic is just a little bit deeper, a little bit more sort of brown tone. Personally, I prefer Brick-a-Brac for that nice sort of real terracotta color, and that is also in my crease to create a little bit of depth today. Then the last one is called It's Fabstract, and this is a beautiful sort of chocolate brown. It looks a little bit deeper on the skin, I will say, so once it dries a little bit deeper than what you're seeing now on camera. But yeah, a beautiful mid-tone brown. That probably makes me the most excited about this collection is that more people can use them. The collection that M.A.C currently has is fine, it is no problems, but there's so much more richer tones in this sort of shade extension that we were really missing from their collection. This is far more inclusive and a lot more different people will be able to use these colors. Then moving on to the shimmers, as part of the permanent collection, we have this one here called Princess Cut, and this, I would say, it is a very sort of sheer yogurt color with pink, purple and blue reflect. Very, very sheer on the skin. For me, possibly best if you want to know makeup day, or as sort of a sheer topper on top of another eyeshadow. If you want to make an impact with this one, for me, you just can't do it. The next one is called Born to Beam, and this is a metallic gold, and I think you can really see how metallic that gold is. Just in the camera here, really, really stunning. This I have on my inner corners today, and I would say from the shimmers, this is the most opaque shimmer from the full shade extension. So this is a really, really nice color. I really enjoy this color considering I'm not a big yellow gold fan. Then the next one is Babe in Charms. And Babe in Charms is actually a really beautiful duochrome. Maybe if I turn around, you'll see it a little bit better. It is a gold to magenta reflect, and it is, yeah, really nice. Once again, it is a shimmer, it is a little bit sheerer. You can see it very, very softly on my eyelids. And then the last one that I have is this color here, and this is called Bougie. And Bougie is, if you know like club eyeshadow or blue-brown pigment, that is essentially what this is, but in a Paintpot formula. It is a sort of turquoise, green-blue shimmer in quite a red toned base. Really beautiful, really nice. This sort of eyeshadow for me, or this sort of paint pot for me, is sort of a kind of a one and done product that you kind of just put this over your own whole eyelid, blend it into the crease, and because it's got that reflect to it, yeah, it creates its own dimensions. This is a super simple product to kind of just one and done it. So that's that. As you see now on the screen, definitely a lot of swatches to go through. Once again, I've done all of these with a brush, just to give you sort of the true opacity of what you're seeing with some things. Yeah, quite nice. There are some that I find much more opaque than others, of course, and from my perspective, they're probably the colors I'm going to lean more towards in kind of daily use. So let's go into the application of what you see here. So yeah, take a seat, let's keep going. So to begin with, I'm going to take a paint pot that's already in the collection, and it's called Painterly, and it is just a sort of pink undertone nude color, and I'm just going to take that with just a flat brush. This is also from M.A.C, a 287 brush, and I'm just going to really work that over the eyelid just to kind of cancel out any color that I have within my own eyelid. Next, I'm going to go in with arguably one of my favorite within the whole collection, and that of course is this one, which is called Contemplative State, and it is, I would call it a sort of an ochre yellow, almost like a mustard toned yellow. And yeah, you know, we don't see these colors so often in collection, so I'm really happy. It's going to add a lot of warmth to anyone that uses it. And with that same brush, I'm just going to run this into the crease. Now these are cream products, so they've got a little bit of playtime, but I wouldn't kind of place the product, go to the other eye, and then come back. You kind of have to apply and blend all in one go. As you see, because this is a matte, yeah, it's really, really beautifully blends out. Has a nice amount of pigmentation. It's not too easy, not too hard. And because it's not a powder, yeah, you can do all of your base first. It is absolutely no problems, you know? You're not gonna have to worry about any fallout. It's not gonna fall, it's not gonna crease, it's not gonna fade. I mean, frankly, even that's quite nice. Just if you were to stop here, do a mascara. So I'm going to take this color here, which is called Brick-a-Brac, and it is like a beautiful terracotta color. And with that same brush again, a little bit less product this time, we're going to really focus out here on this outside edge into the deep crease. Kind of using just side to side motions just to kind of work the product in first, and then using just the very tip of the bristles of the brush to kind of blend it into that contemplative state. So we're looking quite nice, quite blended. What is so great about using a cream product, using these in particular, is that you can really blend them together and create your own color stories from a couple of different shades. So I'm now going to take the color, it's Fabstract, and Brick-a-Brac. And I'm gonna mix these two together to give us something a little bit deeper than what we have now, but not quite so deep as what its Fabstract is alone. So I'm just going to apply that onto a spatula. If you don't have a spatula, then just the back of a brush can work. Back of your tweezers, just something to kind of get the product out of the container itself. And because the darker brown is the more concentrated of the two, I'm just going to take just a tiny bit of that so we can kind of work the color up. And by mixing these two, we're going to get this really beautiful sort of mid-tone kind of caramel color, a deep caramel. And now I'm going to just start working this sort of onto this outside edge, sort of as a liner, but we're going to go back with a liner anyway. Just little tapping motions. And using that dual fiber brush just to kind of blend it out. You can see how easily that blends out. When I'm trying to fade colors together, I really like to use a dual fiber brush because I find that the application overall is a little bit lighter, a little bit easier, a little bit softer. So to add a little bit of a pizzazz to the eyelid, I'm going to take this color here, which is called Babe in Charms. Yeah, Babe in Charms. And I'm going to take that with just another dual fiber brush, just lightly, and we're going to kind of just tap this onto the lid itself. So where we put that painterly before, I really just want to just add a bit of sparkle, just a little bit of shine. So as I said before, sort of the shimmers are less opaque. They're more sitting in a kind of a transparent or a kind of, yeah, a transparent base. So you're really just seeing the shimmers come in. So you've got a couple of choices. You can build it up with a couple of layers, or you know, you just use it as a topper as this with a base color underneath. And it's just going to give us a really nice kind of soft effect. And then to add a little bit of pizzazz just onto that inner corner, I'm going to take this color here, which is called Born to Beam. And now I'm going to take that on a little bit more of a compact brush, a little bit more of a denser brush, and we're going to really pack that onto the inner corner. Just like that. Now, I think I know what you're thinking. Yeah, Chris, this is a bit of a boring look, and yeah, take it as you will. But remember, you have to trust the process. So I'm gonna go off, I'm gonna add some line, mascara, lashes, do the other eye, and then yeah, we can do a bit of a recap at the end. So you sit there, take a drink, and in 2 seconds, you'll see it all done. Now, what did I say, huh? Trust the process with some lashes. Yeah. She ain't looking too bad for an all cream look. So yeah, what are my thoughts about the new Pro Longwear paint pots from M.A.C? You know, I was already a fan of the texture. I really like it. It really works for every single skin type. That being said, do you need all 18 of them? No, I don't think so. There are definitely a couple of standouts in the collection from my personal opinion. I would generally tend to lean more towards the more matte colors just because they're a little bit more opaque and they work a little bit easier. That being said, this color here, Born to Beam, the gold, also really beautiful. If you like more warm tone gold colors, then this is also a really nice one. You can use it underneath a metallic eyeshadow to kind of really give it a bit of a boost, or you can add it over the top like I have today. The other four that I personally would recommend and I would purchase again are the two that I also use on my eyes. Contemplative State, that sort of ochre yellow, just because I'm a fan of the color and I see myself using it. The other two that I would recommend, and it definitely comes from the makeup artist in me, is the matte white, Think to a Whisper, and the matte black, which is called Black Mirror. With these two, you can kind of alter and mix and blend a variety of different tones within the colors that you already have. The white as well, of course, fantastic if you want to get very true to pigment eyeshadow colors onto your eye, then this is really great as a base. So that's all I've got for you today. I hope you really enjoyed this video and that you were able to take something from it at least. And yeah, if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. It makes you feel good, it makes me feel good, and you can definitely see more content that I've got coming. And yeah, the ideas are flowing at the moment. I've got a ton in the works. It's just the time to kind of shoot and edit. Other than that, drop a comment down below. What from the collection do you like? What really caught your eye that you thought, oh yeah, that's something I would like in my own collection? And yeah, and lastly, yeah, drop a thumbs up. Just a little, makes the algorithm hopefully recognize me. Other than that, I hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are, and never ever forget to stay safe, stay positive, and don't forget to be kind to yourself and to others, because you do not know what someone else is going through. Have a great day.